Well, first of all, I'm really proud of my team. I just thought we were really special tonight for most of the game defensively. I mean, you think about it, that's a team that just scored 98 and 82 in their previous two games, and they scored 22 of their 52 points in the fourth quarter. And for whatever reason, we weren't near as good then as we were the previous three quarters. But man, we were really special for most of the night on that end of the floor. And we just made enough shots. I mean, we didn't finish the game right. You're up 19 and you win by 11 and you're hanging on, or win by 9 and you're hanging on. We had some turnovers that we don't need to have. Just a lack of focus is what it is. But I couldn't be more proud of my team. I thought Charlie, Audrey, and Ashley were really consistent all night long. I thought Kai ran our team and did a nice job at the point, and did a really good job there. And again, I felt like all night long those kids were really solid and did a nice job defensively as well as offensively. And we had 13 turnovers, which is too many against the zone. But again, I felt like we were really locked in. I love how we started the game, and I love how we came out in the third quarter. And that's a sign of growth. We've had some nightmare third quarters where we don't come out of the locker room ready to go, and we don't start the game right, as the Kansas State game. So really, really proud of them. It's a great win for us. It gets us to 10. We've got 3 to go. We got a big one Saturday against a much improved team that's playing really well in Oklahoma, and they can spread the floor and shoot it, and got some really special players that can do a lot of things. So, we had a knockdown drag out with them up there, and I fully expect we're going to have to play really well on Saturday. Again, defensively, we've got to really get locked in, have lots of great communication, and do a good job on that end, because that's where really it starts and ends for us. And as evidenced by tonight, we win a 61-52 game, and that's where it probably needs to be for us.
Start with questions. Danny, go ahead, please.
Vic, I'm kind of wondering, what did you think of the minutes that you gave Ashley tonight, and what did you think of the pairing with her and Kyra both playing at the same time?
Well, she played 28 minutes, and I thought I couldn't get her off the floor. I mean, at the end of the day, she's playing better than just about every other guard I had. And, makes a big three, Danny, in the corner when the clock's going down and we're kind of dying on the vine. And defensively, she's always solid. Took 3 charges tonight. I mean, the kid's smart now. I'm telling you, she's a coach's kid. You can tell that because she's so dadgum smart. And she's tough. For her size, she'll stick her nose in there and take a charge, run in front of a freight train. But she's a team player. I mean, she does what it takes to win. She didn't turn it over tonight. She's had 2 good games now where she doesn't turn it over. 4 assists, no turnovers tonight. That's 2 in a row where she doesn't turn it over. She had 3 assists the game before, and I wish I could get my old team to understand the importance of not giving it to the other team. Just do your job, but don't throw it to the other team. I mean, it's frustrating. We have 13 turnovers, and they're all unforced. It ain't like they're running up there and jumping us and trapping us. We just, we don't make good decisions, or we make eye passes, as I call them, and it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. So give the kid credit. She's fixed her ills. She's put back-to-back games together now. And, I don't like playing her and Kai together, but it certainly is good from a defensive standpoint. I mean, they both were pretty solid most of the night defensively. So, again, you have to go with who's playing well. And she was a kid that was playing well for us tonight.
Bob, go ahead, please.
Coach, you got to be excited they listened. They got off the bus ready to play defense tonight. Just how much confidence can that give them, knowing that what you're asking, when they do it, it works, and when they see that on repeatedly, that those kind of things work to lead you guys to victory?
Well, again, I think we're getting better. I think we've worked really hard at getting better, Bob, defensively. I mean, we've spent a lot of time on it. And I think they've finally taken ownership and realizing, our field goal percentage defense is not good. Coach is right. 45%, that is not going to cut it. And we're not going to win. And so we've got to fix it. And I think they've done a great job of being focused. I mean, we were taking charges today and shoot around. And that's what you like to see. And so I can see us getting better. Again, I attribute a lot of it to our guards being able to guard one-on-one better, number one. Number two, paying attention to scouting reports, understanding what kids are trying to do to us. And then three, I think our help side defense is much better. And Charlie's been a big part of that. I mean, Audrey will take a charge. And obviously Ashley took 3 tonight, but Charlie rotated over a couple, 2-3 times and altered shots, made a miss. And she's just become a much better help defender for us. So, I think all that, and she sees that. She enjoys that now. She knows. I mean, she's telling me tonight in a timeout, hey, coach, I know I got one foul. I'm not worried about fouling. I'll be a good helper. I didn't ask her that, but she's thinking that. And so you got to give her credit for thinking it and letting me know, hey, I'm good. I'm going to keep helping us. So I think our bigs are doing a better job of hedging. I think our guards are communicating on switches pretty well. And so, we had some breakdowns tonight, but good gosh, I mean, you're looking out there and you're playing Joe 40 minutes, but as unhappy as I get sometimes, I got to realize she's probably tired, but there really wasn't another answer tonight. I tried some folks and it didn't work. So we had to go with those that were doing it well. So.
And then just on Audrey real quick, I mean, a double for her tonight with everything she's gone through, just to continue, number one, to help your team get better, but also just for her personally to be able to be doing things like she's doing right now. Yeah,
back-to-back doubles, back-to-back 10 rebound games. And again, making an effort to help us rebound, which we need. And she does it at what, 5'10", and she's down there competing and battling every step of the way. I thought offensively, she gave us a big driving layup there in the first half where I think they had cut it to 8 and she goes from right to left and lays it in on the backside. It was a hell of a play. And so, again, that's a kid that really attacks, knows what attack means, and passes the ball pretty well. Her and Charlie have good chemistry together. So she's big. I told you, the more she plays and the more consistency we get from her, day in and day out, she's a tough, physical, aggressive basketball player.
Danny, back to you.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah,
Danny, you in your pajamas? I don't see a picture of you tonight. What's the story?
I'm in the press box at the baseball game. So.
There you are.
How much better? I mean, the answer is obvious. It's a clear answer, but how much better is this defense with Audrey on the court? What does she do on that side of the court for you guys to help stabilize you on defense?
Yeah, I think you're right. It's pretty obvious. I mean, she's handsy. She's a really smart help defender. She's a good hedger. She's tough. She's real competitive on that end and understands the importance of being on that end. So, again, I just think it gives us another player on that end that kind of solidifies our whole team being able to be connected and doesn't make too many mistakes mentally. She went and doubled tonight one time, and other than that, I think she was pretty solid all night long. So, again, I think you're looking for consistency. That's what I'm looking for right now with everyone, all of our players. And, tonight we didn't have it from everybody, but, hopefully we'll learn from it and we'll continue to get better. Because once we get everybody on that page, I mean, I love our team and I love our chances, but we got to get everybody hooked up and in this, on the same wavelength.
This was a Kansas team that beat, obviously you weren't the coach last year, but they beat Texas and Lawrence last year. With the road struggles you all had, were you concerned at all that this was a possibly trap game for this team? And just what were your overall thoughts on this team taking care of business? You called it a business trip earlier this week, just taking care of business.
Yeah, I'm really proud of them. I mean, I think they played well, and I'm happy for them. Again, they won their 10th conference game tonight, Danny. And you're right, they got beat here last year by 15. And I didn't bring it up, but I knew it, and I'm sure some of them probably knew it too. And so, To come in here, we opened up the first quarter 17-5. I mean, you hold somebody at this level to 5 points, you ain't standing around in a 2-3 zone playing, hope you miss defense. And, we opened up the third quarter 17-10. And I think you got to really, I'm really happy with them and pleased and happy for them. I mean, they've worked hard now to get to this point, and they're continuing to get better. I think that's the one characteristic of many about our teams is we don't just hit February and go, let's go an hour and 15 today, and what we have is what we have. We continue to practice. We continue to practice on things that are troublesome. We continue to get better. We continue to fix things that are broke. And we continue to try to improve things that need improving. And I think that's why our teams always get better in February. They get better in March. And that's why when we hit the postseason, it's all about getting hot. And we have a chance to get hot because we keep getting better every day. So I think that's always been a characteristic of our teams. And this team is, I think, learning to embrace that. It's different for them, but I think they're learning to embrace that. And, it may be different, but it's what it takes. So giving God the glory for number 16 tonight. And, we'll get home and get ready for a really good Oklahoma team on Saturday.
Coach, thank you. Last words to you.
All right. Appreciate everybody being on tonight. Stay warm at the baseball game, Danny. Praise the Lord and hook 'em horns.